efficient way to help people. It's a more thorough way to help people, and it's just a more people-y way to help people. To treat them as people instead of as a problem or an issue.
I am shelter coordinator, shelter counselor, case manager. When somebody comes to the shelter, I like to meet with them right off. I ask them, what's your situation? What led you to having to come to Good Sam's? Why are you here, essentially? And everybody's story is different.
Because I was found at the Women's Center, and basically I'm running for his father. They've helped me with food, of course, because I don't have any income right now.
I've been coming here. I've lived over in this neighborhood for almost 7 months now. I've been coming here almost every day. Unless I do have food for some reason that day, then I try to eat it all.
They ain't got enough chairs. but hey, my name's Keith. They do feed you here. It's a place to come and go. I mean, hey, if it wasn't for the place, a lot of people like us, just around us, hey, we starve. It's cold out there. They do help you.
So, I just kind of roll with it and explain to them the rules. No drugs, no alcohol, no criminal activity. That's first to roll off my tongue, and then what are your goals here? What are you looking for? Are you looking for housing? Are you looking for employment? Are you just passing through? What can I do to assist you with any referral information, maps, whatever it takes. We put them in a room. We have rooms anywhere from 2 people to 5 people in a room. And we walk them over to the closet and get them their linens, get them their bed sheets, their towels, and ask them if they need any personal items. Take them to a room, show them this is your room.
They pretty much teach us, good hygiene, which everybody should know about. Chores we do on a regular basis. Normally the normal stay is 2 weeks. But if you need to stay longer, you can ask for an extension, which I have done twice now. They encourage you, either find a job or look for a place to live. And I lost my apartment over at Carbondale Towers. So, yeah. And then, of course, my DCFS has my son, which I'm trying to get back. So, yeah, I've been pretty much focusing on that and finding a place to live so I can bring him home. So, I have an LD, which is a learning disability. I can read enough to get by, and I can spell enough to get by. So if I've never seen a word before in my life, don't expect me to read it because I can't.
Odd to say, but if you come in and you qualify for more resources, the better. Somebody with a learning disability, I might be able to hook them up with DOORS, Department of Rehab Services. I might be able to hook them up with EDC on campus. I might be able to hook them up with, depending on what they're interested in school, or if they have a child, I might be able to hook them up with DCFS. If they come in with a mental illness and a substance abuse, my automatic referral is to SIRS.
We're just trying to do the basic things in-house here, the most very basic things. And so we find that we have been able to keep up with that. But however, to help the person not be homeless anymore, we're relying on other agencies and support system in the community, or in the community that the people came from. And that's where the wheels are falling off, because there have been so many budget cuts in these other areas that we don't have that system anymore intact and accessible that we were used to get people going.
So I started off in the shelter, which they accept people, and I believe out of the good nature of their heart, they accept people and they give you extension based upon what are you trying to achieve. They never turn their backs on anyone. They gave me a great opportunity to come into the shelter. I got a job, and I made that transition of putting structure back into my life, which I had so sadly lost. So I don't have to do nothing but give thanks truly to the Good Samaritan House from where I was a few months ago to where I am today. And I suggest that if there's any other organizations like this anywhere in the U.S., that people pay attention to those. Without this, I believe from just the past personnel that came through here, it's a lot of people still out there standing on their own and they become a good part of the community again. In Carbondale, some have moved on to other places. I have asked a lot of people when I serve down in the kitchen, when I cook the meals and serve it to the community that comes in and eat, I ask them, well, what would you do without this place? Truly, what would you do? Because where is there another place set up in Carbondale that you could come and get 3 meals a day? If needed be, a place to sleep.
Always give the kids their like now have to go to sleep. There are good days, bad days, but there's that with every job. So, well, I came here in 2002, homeless with illness. Got in transitional housing upstairs, stayed up there 2 years.
Sure.
I've been here about maybe a year. I got put on Howard Days general staff. And until about 2.5 years ago, I was given soup kitchen. So. Well, we try to make the people feel welcome. To, have a bit of hope, relax a little bit, and then we just do some triage and see, what their mental health is, what their physical health is, what capabilities they might have that might make them employable or potentially employable, and then just kind of get started. Some of the people have, chosen that way of life, and they just travel from place to place, and they're okay with that, and they're just come to get some coffee and some food and to change their clothes, wash their clothes, and then they're off again. Some need services but don't want them. Some want them but don't qualify for them. And some really take advantage of the opportunity to get going again. Those are the ones that move up to the trans house. Of course, we'd like to help everybody, but that isn't always possible. So even though we're pretty okay right now, it's not going to get any better. I don't know what our funding stream will be for next year at all. And then I know we're kind of flying without a net at this point. So. I do notice with the economy like this, we don't get donations and stuff.
Money, finances. We're the whole state's strapped financially. Down here, we're strapped financially. There's not enough money to go around to help these people.
Well, we go along each year. Our expenses go up because at one point, well, at several points, we just cut down to the bones. When the first time that minimum wage went up, I cut out 100 hours of staff time, 2 full-time and a part-time job. So, and then since all we're doing is providing soap powder and milk and such basic things, there was no place else to go. In order to get federal, state, and local funds from public money, we need to have a match, and that comes from individuals and from churches. And it's very high. It's about $70,000, which is just extraordinary in a community this size. And that's why we're able to get the federal and state funding in. It's a wonderful community. You just can't say enough about it. But every year, for these past 3 years, we've had to come up with $35,000 over what we can get.
We have fabulous community support. We have a fabulous community network. When our when we're in need of something, it really seems like we ask and it's provided for us. We've had so many situations in the short amount of time that I've been here that has been really a spiritual time. We've been out of toilet paper, and that afternoon somebody brings in a whole load of toilet paper, and of course we haven't even called, we haven't made any announcements, but this is what we need and this is what the community brings in.
That's about all I know about our situation, except that, it isn't good. But yet, every year we come through. Last year with the just shameless way of just writing a letter saying, we need help, please give us money, which the kind people did. But,
I say that there are places like this that do help people that need help. It is not taken advantage of by everybody. I mean, there is people out there that are trying to do good, trying to do right, going to school, going to work, and then need places like this. And everybody's talking about it, so it was a very place.
Within the last week since I was, kicked out of my house, still helping me. It's a good place to come.
If there was a place like this here, then, or even in the United States, anywhere, then there'd be a lot of, children and parents miserable.
This is a place that really, really opens their heart up to help you to achieve whatever goal that you want to do. And I'm thankful for this place. And the people here are wonderful too.